Mike Tyson raves in full bloom captured the art of fighting. The Hollywood Reporter says it's Malick meets Scorsese. In full bloom. Available now on Amazon Prime Video.
About a year ago, I did shrooms, okay? And it was yes.
His smile says it all.
So check this one out. And it was with a shaman, you know. And she was hot.
They normally are. I haven't saw no overweight shaman chick yet.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm your co-host, aka Triple C, Henry Cejudo.
And I'm Mike Tyson, and we have a very special guest tonight, legendary fighter, all-time great, Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya.
Come on, Mike.
Damn, let's go. Come on, guys. Let's hear it.
Wait,
What's
what?
up, man? Sixth Division World Champ, man.
Wait, I just got introduced by Mike. It's like this.
No, I just said what you were. I just told the truth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Some other shit I left out, but this.
Well, you
that's what I remember.
left off. You left off. Yeah. A lot of shit that
Yeah,
happened
we're
to
gonna
me.
talk about it. Though. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So, how's retiring?
To tell you the truth,
Mhm.
fucking miserable.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, because I mean, aside from like my kids, you know, aside from I'm with family and when I'm not boxing, yeah, I'm fucking miserable, for some strange reason. It's like boxing. Like boxing is like my savior. It's like boxing. That's all I know. I started fighting when I was 5 years old. And so when I'm not thinking about boxing, when I'm not thinking about fighting somebody or training or it's like, fuck, what do I go do? I'm gonna go fucking destroy my life. I want to go,
No, But you're a smart guy. You can go into enterprise business. Never destroy your life.
Yeah, but
I think more with him, Mike, is what I'm getting from Oscar. I think it's more of like the high, you know what I mean? Like his purpose is almost like you've done boxing for so long
Right.
that it's the biggest high that you could get.
Oh, bro, but you're right, Mike. It's like, okay, I mean, I have all this business. I have, it's, I'm a smart guy. I know how to. For some reason, we have something that's built in our head, in our heart that it's always gonna be okay, and business is good, family's good, but it's like we're always torn in between. We're always like getting pulled here and then getting pulled here, and it's like it's like a balancing act,
Yes. How would you want your life to be? A perfect life for you would be what?
Wow, that's it's crazy. I've never been asked that.
Yeah, it's a deep question, but
a perfect life. Obviously there's no perfection, but a perfect life for me would be not to be selfish.
so it's almost like so Oscar, it's almost like peace, contentment.
Yeah, it's like
So do your selfishness fill you with guilt?
yeah, it's part of that. It's
Why-
part of the guilt of
What is your selfishness? What is your requirements for being selfish?
well, I mean, obviously not always putting myself first, in whatever situation and whatever. It's like
Well-
not that I'm a bad guy or a mean guy or no. It's just like sometimes you just have to put people first,
No, well, that's self-preservation. How did that become bad? That's the number one law of self-preservation. You can't help yourself. You can't help anybody else.
Right.
I wouldn't take that as being selfish.
Yeah.
That's a different. You need another
That's
word
interesting.
For that.
That's when I start thinking to myself, like, man, I must have a fucking angel looking after me.
We all have somewhere,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't understand it either.
No, and you do, Oscar, because obviously I grew up, being Mexican American, Mike. Oscar is the highest of the highest. You know what I'm saying, for a Mexican
man,
American.
thank you, man.
Because I'm not pure Mexican. I'm Mexican
Yeah,
American.
yeah.
just like
What do
him.
they call it? Like, we're not from there. We're not from here. We're like we're just fucking lost.
Well, we just have to find something to dislike to fight. You know, that's just
No,
our
but you
culture.
talk about your guardian angel, man. I feel like knowing your story, I know your whole story, Oscar. Like
Yeah.
I read your story while I was at the Olympics, man. I ended up winning
Yeah.
gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
your story is part of my story, bro.
I
As
hear you.
crazy as that
Yeah.
sounds, bro. I remember reading about you and your mom, you know, passing away of
Right.
cancer
Yeah,
in
yeah,
1990, man,
yeah.
and then you going off 1992,
Yeah.
winning the Olympic gold, man. You know,
Yeah.
talk about a little bit about that and
Yeah, you know what's crazy is when he talks about like my mom passing away and all that, it's like it still hurts, you know. It's still here, you know. And it's been a while. It's been a long time, and I've done a lot of work to get over her, to not to get over her, but to get over the pain. But it's still there, you know, and it still eats me, and it still just grabs onto me, you know.
You know, they call that now. Many successful people that started at nothing suffer. It's called survivor's guilt.
Huh.
elaborate on that, Mike. What do
Huh.
you mean by that?
Usually we're in the streets,
Yeah.
and there's guys smarter than us, stronger than us, more connected than us. Matter of fact, we're afraid of them, and we surpass them. And in our minds, we look so up to them so much, and now we can't even see them. They're bugs now.
Huh.
You know?
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
How do
And,
you-
and then you feel guilty.
Yeah, how do you do that? And
Yeah.
and then matter of fact, you feel guilty because in a way they start to dislike you in a way. And you're still nice to them, paying their bills and doing nice to their friends, but they still, even after all that, they still dislike you because they're not in a position to do that for somebody.
You know you touch on a interesting point, Mike, because I feel that same way. I feel fucking guilty because you know what? I'm happy that I have all this like success, right? I was able to, you know, be one of the few or whatever to make money and keep it, right? And make but then it's like I think to myself, why the fuck do I deserve that?
Oh God, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you do.
But
You do.
But it's that guilt. It's that guilt, and it just keeps eating you inside. And like I say to myself, "Fuck, I'm not smart enough to fucking."
No, see, listen, but you just said, well, all that you talk about, only a good person would say that, but a selfish motherfucker would never think that.
Yeah.
That would never come in his mind that he's selfish. What do you fucking mean I'm selfish? I care. I take care of me, don't I?
You know, one person, I'm not sure who it was, a long time ago, told me, you know what? It doesn't matter what you think or how smart you are, whatever. Just make sure you hire smarter people than you.
Yeah, because if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. Trust me.
Exactly. I know that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it's pretty crazy we're talking about this because this is like shit that I've never I can even talk about, you know. And to me, it's like it's all like bottled in. Like I have so much shit bottled in, you know. Starting with my mother passing away, but it goes way beyond. Ever since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, because
All
even
that
knowing,
shit.
obviously, even knowing your story too, even with your father, man, because your father was always hard on you, man, and obviously your siblings were always there to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
wonder
yeah.
if it's like the passing of your mother, like the strong
Oh, bro.
attribute of your father, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot,
Yeah.
man. There's a lot in this. Like
There's a
Oscar,
lot of
I have a
fucking-
lot of
Do
compassion for
do
you,
you know
bro.
that you're a special person? You do know that, right? Come on, please have an ego. You do know that, right?
I feel there's something special there, and when it gets unlocked,
Yeah, I want you to know that. Don't think you're a fucked up person.
Yeah.
You're a very special person, and we need you. That's real talk.
thank you, bro.
Don't beat yourself up.
Thank you. I do beat myself up a lot.
I know you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. It's crazy because it started at such a young age, you know.
Your boxing career, right? I mean, was it do you think part of your childhood was like stolen and taken away from you a little bit at such a young age, man?
100%.
Yeah, you get it.
You know,
I mean,
100%.
I have other shit that happened to me when I was a kid that got stolen from. You know, it's like, you know, and it fucking hurts, and it and that's why I tell Mike, like, fuck, what do I have? I have boxing. Thank God for boxing, because if I didn't have boxing, I would be who knows where, you know? Because boxing to me was I got in the ring and I want to beat some fucking ass up, you know, to let that anger out, to you know, the hurt, the pain, you know.
Did you use it that way too, Mike? When that obviously when the person killed your
Absolutely.
pigeon, man, was that?
I thought about people that bullied me, did bad things to me and I couldn't defend myself. Yeah, I put all that in the pot.
So you found your outlet, Mike, through the frustration, through the hate.
100%. Yeah.
Did boxing save your life, Mike?
Hey, look, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's that, and that's why I feel connected. You know, I've always felt connected with Mike, and I've always admired him, and I've always appreciated him. I've always, to me, here it's like fuck. Talking to Mike is like literally, I feel like I'm talking to the mirror. You know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And elaborate a little bit on that, Oscar. I remember I was on the back talking to you, and you said there's a lot of parallels with me and Mike.
Yeah. So
You
there's
know?
a story. Check it out. That I was gonna say, but I wanted to wait for Mike. So about a year ago, I did shrooms, okay, and it was
His smile says it all.
so check this one out. So, and it was with a shaman, you know, and she was hot.
They normally are. I haven't seen
But
no
it was
overweight shaman chick yet.
Yeah, it was the real deal, right? It was the real deal. It was at home. I felt safe, you know. And so she gives me these. It's like a micro dosing, right? They call it, right? So I take them, and she starts talking to me about my past. Like she starts telling me, like, you know, what affects you as a kid, this and that. And when we're talking, you know, so then we go into my a room, you know, where she has candles and everything, and so we sit down, and I close my eyes, Mike. I turned into like a substance. I got out of my body. I turned into a substance, and I started floating like in the galaxy.
It does it to you.
You know, I was in, and then all of a sudden, I dive into the ocean. Okay, I dive into the ocean, and I'm just like I'm water. I'm I don't know what I am. I dive, and it's beautiful. It's like fucking Finding Nemo. It's beautiful, colorful, everything. And I keep going down, and all of a sudden I stop. And I'm looking, but it's like I'm water. I'm part of the water, you know? And then behind like the seaweed, there's a thing, a presence, okay? And all I feel is that's my mother, you know? I feel that's my mother. And then the thing starts bowing down to me. And right there and then I felt that she forgave me, you know?
And how long ago was this, Oscar?
That was a year ago. And then I shoot right back up. And then, and now I'm feeling like, man, she forgave me. She forgave me. And then the shaman, like, she speaks a few words and says, now let's go to little Oscar. And all of a sudden I see myself as the 7-year-old right in front of me, you know? And then she tells me, feel him closer. And he's getting closer, and you feel him closer. He's getting closer. And all of a sudden I open my eyes because I got scared. I haven't been able to face that little Oscar.
Listen, Oscar, see, you're talking to me and Henry right now, but right now, there's motherfuckers out here that think you're crazy as a motherfucker. You know?
I hear you, man.
Man, we've been on that ride, so we know, we know this is the real deal, but now there's people looking at us, these are some crazy motherfuckers.
It's deep.
No,
it's
Oscar,
deep.
you talk about, do you feel like you need forgiveness from your mom? You think your mom would be you know what I'm saying? Like, elaborate, touch up on that, Oscar. If you
I
could,
think
man.
there's a lot of I think there's a lot in us, or a lot in me that I have to release and work on and let go, and because there's a lot of pain, you know. There's a lot of fucking pain.
You know, a lot of times we put it on ourselves. You know, I'm mad that I couldn't buy my mother nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. She never had nice stuff.
You know what? You know, it's crazy. My mom passed away before I can buy her nice stuff. You know?
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's pain. It's fucking painful, man. You know what's crazy, Mike? Is I'm coming back.
You should.
I want to fight.
Why not?
It's the way you were saying, like, you know, something told me you have to fight or fight. I feel the same way.
Listen,
Boxing fucking
I didn't
saved
feel
my
that way.
life.
I never wanted to do this shit again. Listen, I don't know what it is. I wish I could, but
Right.
I'm just taking advantage of what it's giving me.
Of course, man.
It's almost like we have to go. It's almost like the medicine's out on earth. It's up to us to find it.
And yeah, he just
And-
gave me a new life. I was always miserable. I was
Yeah,
always
yeah.
hating and jealous and all
Yeah.
that shit. And he just gave me a whole different
Yeah.
perspective in
I
life.
mean, I'll tell you the truth, Mike. I've I have this. There's a balance. There's a balance that I'm always trying to look for, that I'm always trying to like find. And a lot of times I fucking go this down, spiraling down. And for some reason I catch myself, bring myself back, and that's my mom. That's my mom, like fucking pulling my hair, my greñas.
Yeah.
In Spanish we call it greñas. Fucking pull my hair and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, get in line again.
Get on track.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I have a spirit. I have an angel that's looking down at. But can you believe that my mother never told me she loves me?
Really?
Yeah, and I never had the opportunity to tell her I love her. You know how painful that is?
Yeah, but you don't know pain. You don't know what she's been through to not be able to say that to you.
No, but I actually understand it now.
Yeah.
I understand why she couldn't say it, because maybe her mother treated her wrong. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
But the pain that I feel that I was left with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But she
Yeah.
gave you her blood, her characteristic. She gave you
No.
she gave you your all your qualities of
Right.
becoming the champion.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That's
you
why.
ever think of that?
Yeah. No. Now I have, after the shrooms that I did. After the shrooms, I figured out that, you know what? She gave me everything I have, so I cannot hate her.
Never.
I cannot hate her. Hate's a big word. I cannot hate her.
Never,
You know?
ever.
Same thing, man. Like, not that I have mommy issues, but it's almost like exact same thing. My mom never told me she loved me. She's alive now.
Yeah.
But I go back and I look at her life, man. She was raised by
Yeah.
family. She was selling ice creams in Mexico City,
Yeah.
and she was sold, from family to family to do that. So she never really had structure.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? What I'm saying is she never really had, nobody really told her, hey,
Right.
te amo. This is why sometimes, like, for me, like, it's hard for me to tell my mom, I love you.
Yeah.
Siempre le digo, man, ama la quiero mucho.
Right.
Te
Yeah. I hear
quiero.
you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
We're in the
different,
same boat.
Oscar.
Yeah, but it's different, but it's the same. It's like my father. My father started me at 5 years old. My father was a fighter, and my grandfather was a fighter. So at 5 years old, he put on the gloves. I had no choice. I'm gonna be a fighter. So he trained me, this and that. He never got involved, like managing me or anything. Like he that was cool because he kind of stood back, And just about 2 years ago, okay, 2 years ago, I never heard him tell me, "Son, I'm proud of you," or "I love you." Never, okay, never. So then one day after I did this, the shrooms, okay, one day I get, you know what? I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna fucking go up to tell him.
That you did the shrooms, or
No, that I love him.
Yeah, that you
Oh,
love
okay.
him.
That I love him. Because he's not gonna tell me, because maybe he doesn't know how. I know he loves me, but he doesn't know how. So I was fucking scared as hell, going up to my dad and telling, and I said, "Dad, oh, I love you." Pat him on the back, And you know what he did?
What?
Fucking started crying. "I love you too. I love you too." And ever since then, I can't stop telling him I love him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody has to unlock the
100%.
you know?
That's exactly what it is, Mike. Are you like that with your kids, Mike? Do you tell your
Absolutely,
kids?
all day.
Oh,
When you were a
Yeah.
kid, Mike, did people tell you they loved you when you were a kid?
That wasn't important to me.
It wasn't important to you?
No.
yeah. We were.
I wanted the world to love me, the street guys to love me, those people.
Yeah.
My family love didn't matter.
Yeah, it was for me. It was always being in the streets with my friends. With
That much my whole life consists of that.
Yeah.
That's just in the streets.
and then when I found boxing, my love was my distraction. It was in the ring.
Got a gold medal too, the golden boy. What kind of pressure was that?
Oh.
Which
Well, check this out. So my mother had just passed away.
Yeah.
And so I was
couple
17 years old.
a couple years prior to the Olympics. 90, right?
That would no, late night. It's about a year. She passed away, and so I had retired. I said I'm going to retire from boxing. My mom's gone. That's it. I'm no more boxing for me. And something, I used to live in a garage, and with my brother, and something like at 4 a.m. in the morning woke me up, and I felt her presence, and that she told me, go win, go, go pursue your goal, your dreams, whatever. And that's when I came back to boxing, because I had retired for like 5 months.
When you were an amateur.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I said
That shit's hard,
I
bro.
said fuck boxing. I'm done. And so that voice, that feeling, and then I had to requalify.
How did it feel to get back in that zone fighting again, winning?
It's like tying your shoes, man. Like riding a bike. Like, it's at that point everything is just it's mental. It's like fucking like, all right, this is my destiny. It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the guy that is a Marco Rudolph, right, from Germany.
Yeah.
German.
Yeah.
He had beat you a year prior,
Yeah.
right? At the World Championships.
So I fight this. I go to the World Championships in Australia in '91, and the first fight. Okay, we have to win 6 fights to win the gold, right? The tournaments, fucking, you have to fight everybody.
Yeah, which is hard.
The first guy, I fight Germany, and he beats me, and that's the first time I lost, like in 9 years, fucking 9 years, and I was devastated. My world crumbled. I locked myself in the room for like 8 days while the tournament's still going on. All my coaches, they were worried, banging on the door, and and I would let a couple of my fellow athletes in, but I was depressed at that age, depressed because I lost. And I thought everybody just hated me because I lost, I have nobody now, it's like I have nobody. I'm lost. I'm alone. Because every time I was winning, I had everybody around me, everybody loving me, everybody saying, fuck, you're going to be the next champion. But when I lost, I told myself, you're a fucking miserable fuck,
That's why you're so great, because you tell yourself what people would never tell you.
Yeah.
People say you're too hard on yourself, but you're hard enough on yourself. You know who you are.
Right.
That's how I am too.
Yeah.
Nobody would never say what's really wrong with us. So we have to say it.
Right.
Mike, was there one
Right,
loss
yeah.
for you, Mike, that really he locked himself in the room for 8 days?
An amateur fight.
Yeah.
It really never happens that much in the pros. The amateur fights really are your demons.
Really?
Yeah.
Which fight do you recall, Mike, and what did you do?
A fight with this guy named Craig Payne from Livonia, Michigan. Heavy-set, overweight guy, but he could fight.
Yeah.
The number one guy. I beat him 3 rounds, no doubt, and they gave him the decision. I got mad. I threw the trophy, and I was just crying and crying and just crying.
Yeah.
Cried from Indianapolis, I guess it was. Cried from there to New York. Just kept crying.
You know what's crazy is,
Golly, Mike.
no, I mean, and I understand, because I locked myself in that room for 8 days because I let everybody down. I let myself down, but I let everybody down,
Because all you hear people, hey, the next champ right here, next champ in the world.
Oh,
and you losing fights,
No, but-
getting knocked out and shit. This is the next
And now
champ.
what?
But Mike, check this
Right?
out now. Check this out now. Tell him the rest of the story. Tell him what happened in '92.
So I requalified for the Olympics. My mom's passed, and then I go to Barcelona, and so I'm in the zone. Something's telling me, fucking be in the zone. I swear, right now it feels like it was all a blur. I don't know how to really explain
how my life
details.
feels, too.
It's like a blur, bro. So I go to Barcelona. I win 1 fight. I beat the Cubans. I beat this. I beat the African. And then I'm thinking to myself, fuck, where's the German guy? And back then, they didn't tell you who you're going to fight.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm in the gold medal round. And who's in the ring? The fucking German. The only guy I lost in 9 years.
Guy that beat you. The same guy that beat you in the first round
Yeah,
at the World Championships
yeah.
in '91.
And it was like, I felt like I was floating in the ring, man. Knocked him down, beat him easy, won the gold. I was on the podium, and they start playing the national anthem, and all I can see is my mom's face. And then I just freeze. I can't cry. I can't I can't laugh. I can't be happy. You know, I have no emotion. I'm just frozen. And I get out of the ring, and they interview you in the bottom of the ring. NBC, I think, was doing the telecast, and the guy, the interviewee, tells me, "So how do you think your mom feels?" And I just fucking cried like a baby for fucking, I don't know, like a year.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was all those feelings, man, all those emotions. And you know what's crazy is my mom used to beat me up every day. She used to beat me up every day. Every fucking day. With the belt and every fucking day, man. You know? How crazy is that? Every fucking day. You know? And yeah, it's I think everything that we lived, it built me to be this fucking fighter, you know?
Yeah, of course.
No wonder we're fighters.
Yeah, winning. I talk to Mike. I talk about this all the time. But we get boxers here all the time. In my opinion, and I know Mike feels the same way. Amateur boxing and boxing is the most purest form of boxing. It's the hardest thing, even
time.
more so than professionals, man. Because you got every 4 years to win Olympic gold medal. You have to make the Olympic team. You have to make the world team, and this is how you go and you get a chance to
And
represent.
listen, this is interesting. For 3 minutes or 3 rounds, these guys are like moving for 6 rounds before they attack you. They're attacking you right there as soon as the bell attack. Ding, clinch. They got to make those rounds, get those points in.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time, man.
Those amateur fights, those tough amateur fights will be the hardest fights you have in your whole professional life.
Yeah. I did a little bit of amateur. I was like, dude, I've done MMA, UFC, wrestling. Amateur boxing is one of the hardest shits I've ever done. I thought I was gonna die, dude.
Heart attack, right?
Hey, and by the way, I mean, what you guys do, like MMA and all, right, Mike?
If anybody steps on my toe, I'm tapping out. Holy shit! I'm tapping.
Kudos to you guys, man, because it's you guys not only have to like know how to strike, you have to know how to wrestle, you have to know how to. So it's like different. What do you call them? Like different
categories,
techniques, or
just
like,
just styles.
Yeah, styles.
There's the ground.
There's tons
game.
of them, right? Yeah. So it's much respect, man. Much respect. Crazy.
I ask Mike this all the time, man. You won your first world title, but when is it? Because he always says, man, the time that I did feel like a world champ, that I really feel like the best is when I beat Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
For you, Oscar, who's that one fight that finally made you feel, okay, I am the man?
I'm still trying to fucking figure that one out. I think the fight where I felt, perfect was when I fought Chavez the first time. Yeah. I think I was, if there's one time I was 100%, it had to be that fight.
You did great in that fight. I was pissed off that you even won that fight, but I think your best fight was with Trinidad.
Oh,
you never threw many punches like that.
Yeah, I was on my toes, and I kind of fucked up in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, last 3 rounds.
You know, they said that I boxed too much, and what the fuck?
You boxed when
I
you started.
Too much.
You started boxing. That was the game plan.
Exactly.
But
right, that was the game plan, right? Boxing.
Yeah.
You threw some fucking comments.
And that's the crazy part, is the pressure of the pressure of all the people, you know.
No, that was a hell of a night, man.
But you know what's crazy is, like, okay, I feel I won the fight. You know when they sound the last bell and you feel you won or you lost, right? You know, inside the ring, you feel if you won or lost. Like, I felt I won.
Listen, I was with Trinidad, right? But I thought you won.
Yeah.
That you won.
That was a robbery, man. I imagine, man, especially God, and then eventually you marrying and being, having kids with the Puerto Rican. How was it, man, being in Puerto Rico?
I actually lived in Puerto Rico for 6 years. You know, it was crazy. Everywhere I would go, I mean, Trinidad is the king in Puerto Rico, right? But it's crazy because, see, and Mike, why I look up in the sky like that? I'm looking at my mother. Yeah. Before every fight.
That jab was working that night.
That jab, man.
That jab was working that night.
Yeah, because you're at 40 at most. You're at 40, and this was like one of the first time you started going up to 47, right?
Yeah, this was 47 because Trinidad was a big boy.
Yeah.
You know? and he had that left hook.
Yeah, he
And
had a
you know what
beautiful left
made
hook,
me?
too.
You know what made me kind of like get him out of balance all the time is because every time he would plant the left foot, I knew how to move and when to move. You know who trained me there, Mike?
Oh,
Gil Clancy.
yeah.
Gil Clancy. Yeah. Gil Clancy trained me there, and he says, Oscar, if you stay on your toes, Trinidad will not find you. Yeah, I actually had a broken ankle.
In this fight.
Yeah, I had
See
twisted it.
see the combinations you throwing back then. You've never done that.
Left or right ankle, Oscar?
It was
look
the right
at
ankle.
look at this shit. It's like old school.
I actually had duct tape on my ankle. Yeah.
That's a Mexican thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I couldn't cancel this fight. No, I mean everything was sold out. It's like the fight of the millennium or whatever.
What does George Lopez say? The put some tape in a brick.
Yeah. See, I knew that every time I would throw a punch, he would throw his left hook. I always keep that hand up.
Yeah, which is crazy because both of you guys' specialty was a left hook.
Yeah,
Trinidad had a beautiful left hook too.
I mean, I felt pretty good there. I mean,
Yeah,
Trinidad just came forward.
Look at that. No one, listen, nobody. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is like 20, 21 years
Boom,
ago.
boom.
This was back in 2001, right?
Yeah.
See, this is the best I ever saw you look.
Not
So
old
you
99.
roll with that punch.
Right. Yeah, rolling and I mean, people ask me like,
Look,
man,
look.
Yeah,
See, this is the best I ever saw you look.
They were
Beautiful,
flowing.
yeah.
Can we see a
Thank
little
you.
bit of Oscar and Julio Cesar Chavez won?
Oh shit. Okay.
Because that's
Hey, but Chavez, man, I love Chavez, man.
Yeah, with the love.
I freaking love him. He's
Yeah.
fighting soon.
He is, man. I've been seeing that. They've been
he's fighting Camacho Jr. There he is.
and this was at 40 or 47. I forget.
This was 140.
Oh, this was 40.
Yeah,
then.
this
So
was
this
140,
was
but
actually this was
I
Chavez's
felt,
weight.
man,
That's Chavez at his best at 140, though.
I felt so I felt nobody can touch me here at 140. Because the jab, I was sticking out the jab.
No, especially your height too, man. Your
Jab,
range.
yeah, the jab felt good, and what's funny when I was fighting Chavez, because he's my hero,
Everybody's hero.
and when I was in the ring and they were introducing us, I was literally telling myself, I was like a little kid, like, oh fuck, I'm fighting my hero, Chavez.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to snap out of it.
That must be a trip, right?
Yeah, it's crazy too
Must be a
because
trip hitting them, huh?
I think Oscar, other than you winning the Olympic gold medal, would you say this is your greatest win in boxing? Beating the legend Julio Cesar Chavez?
I don't know, man, because this fight here was a double-edged sword for me, man, because
Can't win, can't lose.
yeah, when I beat Chavez, like all the Mexican community just fell on top of me, and they
Yeah,
I'm
they started
surprised,
hating him.
Oh,
I'm surprised nobody attacked you physically.
oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Oh
yeah, I
man.
can imagine that thing. 'Cause that's what
Oh
happened.
yeah, I couldn't go anywhere.
I saw them, man. I saw
Yeah.
them do some work on some
Yeah.
people.
We got a special surprise. It's his birthday today. He's 70 years old.
Who?
Bruno Duran on the phone.
Bruno
Oh,
Duran.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it him.
Pass
I don't know who that
That's
is.
his son and
Yeah.
Hey,
Duran.
Yep.
what's up, my man?
champ,
Aquí está con
champ.
De La Hoya y con Tyson. Roberto, repórtate.
Ah, Roberto.
That's
Hey.
the man that inspired you, Mike.
Yeah, June 16th, 1983, Madison Square Garden. You beat R.N. Barkley for the middleweight title.
Duran. Habla de La Hoya. Hermano, un abrazo.
Yeah, he's
Aquí estoy con el rey Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Te queremos mucho, Roberto.
It's
Te
his
queremos
birthday today,
mucho.
Mike.
I
70 years
know,
old.
June 16th.
Okay.
Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother. I love you.
Well, he's in Panama, right? He's got to be in Panama.
He looks like he's partying right now.
Crazy.
What time is it in Panama now?
I love Roberto.
Dude, the
Every time he sees me, I'm sure you guys go way back. Every time he sees me, he goes, "Hey, you're getting a little fat. You're getting a little fat."
He fucks with people.
He does.
So everybody, once you beat Julio Cesar Chavez, man, did you feel like you were like the stepchild, like the redheaded stepchild? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
'Cause
dude,
this is the difference, Mike.
I couldn't go anywhere, man. I
Yeah,
was-
we're
oh,
Mexican.
hey.
We're Mexican descent, but we're not from Mexico, and it's different.
That's the thing. It's like That's why I told you. It's like you're not from here, you're not from there.
That's
So
ridiculous. Anything they should think
Isn't it
anything
crazy?
that represents Mexico that's positive is Mexican.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah,
But
but
you know-
when you take out the idol, when you take out their
the
king,
Yeah, you know. That's just something you had to be born to handle.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. You know what's crazy? Because I always respected Chavez and I love Chavez, and the people that were against me, you know, the older people that were against me, because the kids were with me, you know, because they were born in the U.S.
Yes.
The parents were born in Mexico, so I always kept that message, like, you know, hey, let's be proud. Let's be proud of Mexico. Let's be proud of the U.S., you know?
That's what the evil government wants you. They want you to hate each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They want us to hate each other.
Right. Exactly.
we
but
could
you,
do
you
that
had an
work.
opportunity to fight Pernell Whitaker.
And I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, who's the best? Pernell, fucking Floyd. Who's the best? Be honest in your heart.
Yeah, Pernell, he's trickier.
He's just a trip.
he,
Right?
a gold medalist too.
Pernell, man, was a slippery motherfucker.
He is so weird, right? He is so weird.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He give you his
God
back
bless
cut.
him,
He
man.
like look at you, give you his back.
Oh
he
man.
bounce.
Hey, at one time I was a big welterweight, right? And so Pernell, at one point I was like, and he was looking at me like, fuck you. And I missed every punch. He was a son of a bitch. He was good. He was, right.
What about Macho Camacho?
Macho's crazy.
Camacho's a crazy
he
motherfucker.
wasn't that slick, but dude, you hit him a lot, bro. He
No,
endured
he
those
took it,
12
yeah.
rounds, dude.
I was surprised I dropped him. I was surprised. I think the 11th round, I hit him with a right hand. He was going back and boom. I was surprised because he had a good chin, you know. And people, I don't think people respect him that much.
Super technical.
He's got power, good technique.
Yeah,
and he
his
has
footwork
balls
was-
too.
Oh, he has some balls.
He
He's
is-
crazy. He is so crazy. That's why everybody loves him. He is so crazy.
Did you get a chance to see his documentary on Showtime?
I did, right?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
They said he had that one fight, and he said he used to fight all the time. And he just said like that one fight just scared the shit out of him, dude. And he became more defensive.
Yeah, can I tell you a story? So we make a bet.
You wasn't his hairpiece.
Yeah.
He said,
No.
He's a
So-
fuck. He's a,
so the
can't
bell-
be like that.
So
You
the
guys-
bell rings, right? And I tell my cut man, hey, give me the scissors. So I run to Camacho's corner, and he goes, no, Oscar, no, please, no.
Hold on, this is
That's what
after
I'm
the
telling you.
fight.
He said, hey, you're not right. You still telling a lie. You broke the promise right there.
This is
You
hold
broke the
on, hold on,
promise.
Oscar. I'm lost here. After you beat him,
Right.
the deal was you cut his hair.
Because he had a little pretty
I wanted the
hairpiece.
curl.
No way.
I wanted
Can
the
we
curl.
see that?
The
Can we see
braid. It
if
was
that's
the
on
braid,
YouTube?
right?
I want the curl, yeah, the braid. And I actually felt bad. I felt bad. I said, you know what? Okay.
Yeah, but put
He said, nah, come on, man.
yeah,
Nah.
that's
What a
another.
fighter, man. I mean, look at his career. When he fought the Tasmanian Devil.
Vinny Pavlian, oh, he beat these guys there.
Oh man. Who else did he beat up?
Man, he beat Sugar Ray Leonard, bro.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
You beat a guy like that's one of the
No,
best
you know-
welterweights.
you
in
know-
the
Look,
history.
look, this check this out. This part is coming.
That's my
That's
dad
your
right
dad
there,
right
yeah.
there.
Let's see, you guys turn it up, dude.
See that thing in his head?
Yeah. No, I was like, hey, I want that.
Yeah.
It's really long.
Oscar,
It's
you're a
just curled
shark,
up from the
bro.
sweat.
You're a shark, dude.
Hey, at one point, I say, hey, give me them scissors, man. I want to go.
And that's what, oh, shit.
He was, dude.
Hey, and softballs are fucking tricky, man.
He's a fast one.
Yeah,
too.
because he's fast. You know what's crazy is my jab was working really good
Yeah,
with the
you had
softballs.
a great job.
You know?
You have a great jab.
Thank you.
Legendary. Great combo.
Oh, that upper. Oh.
That was like a
Yeah.
hook uppercut, right?
Yeah.
That was like king.
You know what's crazy, Mike? Back then, when we used to fight, if you're 30, you're like over the hill, right?
Oh yeah, back then.
Hey, now,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
prime, dude.
look at us
He was
now.
holding.
man.
He said, "Fuck that shit."
I want to see that. I want to see it, dude.
Where is that at? No,
Yeah,
I
man,
didn't cut
did
it.
you
I didn't cut it. No, he didn't let me.
But no,
Oh,
was
he didn't
not.
let you cut it?
No, he didn't
I
let me
want
cut it.
Oscar to go. I saw Oscar say, "Hey, come on." He said, "Nah, nah."
No. Yeah, it's somewhere right there.
He was
right in
like,
front of
hell
him,
nah.
It's really longer than that.
Yeah. It is.
That's your brother, right?
Right. This was Vegas. Oh man, remember the Michael Buffer?
Nothing like
He's
that.
good, bro.
Oh man.
25 and no.
Yeah, so
21.
he didn't want it. I thought you cut it. I was like, that's
No,
some
he didn't
WWE
want it.
shit, man.
He didn't want it. He didn't want it at all. You know, one thing I really admire, Mike, that I understand as well, is I saw an interview not too long ago of you where you said these belts don't mean shit.
No.
Hey, I love that, man. I love that. And I understand why. Like, nobody else will understand. I understand why. Because those fucking belts brought me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but trouble.
Right?
It's like,
Elaborate on that, Mike.
sometimes having that kind of success, man. Listen, just think about it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to him coming into the ring. I want you just to remember this.
Yeah, man, this was a holiday, man. For every time Oscar you would fight, man, for the Mexican community, man. It
Cinco
was,
de Mayo and September.
No,
Check
but
this
not
out.
even Cinco de Mayo. Every
check,
time you would
see,
fight,
check,
bro.
you see all those people, see him walk through all those people?
Yeah.
You see that? He's damaged.
Yeah.
This is what you do for a living. You know, you think you're a normal person?
Yeah.
Being worshipped, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what you
And-
fully
and-
now. You
and-
think he's not? Now you think he's normal?
And there's
This shit drives you crazy,
yeah.
man.
And you can't do wrong, you know, and you start thinking you're
I'm
fucking
God.
powerful.
Yeah, you know, you think you're God. See, that's what people don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not our fault.
Yeah. That's true.
It's society's fault. They put us on that pedestal.
They put us on the pedestal. You see
Man.
why you see why I was excited to because I know I identify with you
Yeah,
know.
but coaching, you don't think coaching would kind of fill some of that void that you sometimes feel? You think you don't have the it's the patience, huh? You think
Bro,
you've been there, you've been the best. You understand what it takes. Is
bro,
that why?
we're like machines, man. You know, like
No, but no, he doesn't. You get what I'm saying? You see that right there? He's still that right now. Now he wants to be a normal person, though. Now he can't because he's still that.
yeah,
That's why I say he's damaged. Once you experience that stuff, so you damaged.
love it.
Woo!
Hey,
You see Floyd,
Hey.
he's damaged. He's
Woo!
damaged.
shit.
He wants to come back and fight. You see, that's what that
Yeah,
does. That's what
that's
that
crazy
does. I
shit.
came back. We're not right. That
Right.
fucks you up.
Yeah, it does.
You're damaged.
Hey, and we'll do it until we're fucking
That-
6
listen.
feet under.
You were damaged.
Yeah.
You know,
Shit,
I'm sure
man.
some of your UFC got too. That damaged you, man. How
the
could you
truth,
be a
man.
normal person every time somebody see
can't.
you? It's like this.
It's like a fucking
Every time you
hey,
go outside with your kids that have
it's like a
family day, it's
drug.
like that.
It's like a fucking drug. You want it, you need it, you fucking you know, it's like damn, like
It's our masculinity,
yeah.
and it's not our fault. Somebody told us this is
Yeah.
the best thing in life.
Yeah.
And
Money,
this is
fame.
and this is like not working for us, right?
Yeah.
This is like not working for us.
Yeah.
This is not working. This is
Hey,
fun
give me
stuff.
some of that toad, god damn it.
You can try to
I
like
want some toad.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's you know.
Oscar, I think of your career, man, and you know you've done Mike Tyson's done a lot for boxing. You've done a lot for boxing, and one name that I'm gonna bring up is because I feel like you're the reason why he is where he's at. Like I really do, Floyd Mayweather.
Mm,
It wasn't until he fought you
yeah.
where he truly became a megastar.
Right.
You know, obviously the talking, all that other stuff.
I appreciate, you know, what we did together, and you know, we had a big fight, and you know, but it's like, I mean, everybody has their time, you know. Tyson had his time, I had my time, you know. Floyd had his time. Everybody's having their time, you know, and it's like, it's
But listen, it's different with me and you. Some people, when they do their time, it's over. We still have the residue of our time lingered.
mm,
You know what I mean?
Right.
People say you hear all these millions of people know you're still big time idol. But
Yeah.
just imagine this. Imagine being a Mexican and you in Mexico, you hear Americans Golden Boys are Mexican. How much pride that should give
yeah.
you.
Oh,
And another state it makes people want to kill you.
exactly.
You know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
But how
Right.
could that one make you hate somebody
Yeah.
if you have that descent? You should be
Yeah.
proud.
Should be proud, man. It's crazy. It's
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's-
I don't
it's-
even know what I'm saying it, but it's just crazy.
but it's true. It's true, and I understand it, man. And it's like, and it feels good to talk about it because everything's all bottled in, you
Yeah.
know. And it's you know it lets out the you know the
Yeah.
the bubbles, you know.
Yeah, of course, man.
You know what I'm saying?
The transition from
Lets out the
from being a
haters.
boxer,
Yeah.
Oscar, to being a promoter, man.
Yeah.
Like, how has that transition been, man? And
I have a special quote. I owe everything to boxing. You know why? And what that everything is my life. Boxing saved me. Boxing saved me. I wish it can continue to save me. You know, because if I didn't have boxing, and as much as I fucking hate it, I love it because it saved my life. You know?
you love
And
it
so
because you
being
hate it, right?
yeah, and being being still involved, and it's like you're part of it, and it gives you those, you know, it's like me and Tyson are gonna, you know, be us forever. You know, it's
Yeah.
like we're a handful,
Legends.
you know, like, but this is what made us, you know, this is what made us, man. And it's like you fucking love it and you hate it, you know. You know?
Yeah, because obviously, and I gotta bring this up, man, because obviously, right now, you know, you and Canelo are beefing, and you're even you know you're even beefing with Dana White, and rightfully so, as we're talking in the
Look,
back.
I mean, look, this is what's happening, okay? And this might be my fighter juices flowing again, you know. And it's like, first of all, you inspired me, Mike, because, you know, being, what are you, 56, Mike?
Yeah,
56, 55. You know, and looking as good as you did against Roy, who's a boxer, who's a master, right? And just for coming back and doing, you inspired me. So I said I want to do it too, you know. But in back of my head, my demons are telling me, no, you got to do it, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I know how that works.
You know what I'm saying?
I know how your subconscious makes a
Right,
bitch out of you.
right.
Yeah, I know how that works.
And so the fact I want to do 2 of these fights, you know. I want to do hold on. I want to do 2 of these fights, and then guess what? I want to do a real fight, a 12-round fight with either Floyd or Canelo.
I never heard no shit like this.
What's your take, Mike? What's your take on that?
I want you to look in the cameras and say that.
Yeah. I want to do, in my 3rd fight coming back, I'm either going to call out Floyd or Canelo.
Damn, there we have it. There we have it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what separates Oscar from the rest. That's what separates you, Mike. Your mentality.
I'm so excited. It's here that got me erect almost.
Before we wrap up here, Oscar, what memories do you have of Mike?
Oh man, the beautiful memories. The beautiful memories, the inspiring ones. There's times that I've seen Mike, you know, happy, you know. That's why I identify with Mike. I can see it. I can see it in his face, but it's a split second. I don't even if it's 2 seconds or 1 second, I can see it. That's when I'm most happy for Mike, you know, because it inspires me. Like, because if he can do it, I can do it, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
You're searching for something, Mike. You got it. You whatever. You know what? I can get it too. That's why I never see any negative in nobody.
Well, man, Oscar, I just want to say thank you, dude. Like, you may think you're selfish, and we all partially are, but I want to say, bro, that you made a huge impact, man, in my
man.
life, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
And I had the opportunity to win a gold medal too, just like you. I was reading your book leading up to Immigrant Son.
Yeah.
It's precious, man. And being from the same bloodline and from the, you know what I'm saying? Like being Mexican American, dude.
Thank you, man.
I just want to say thank you, dude, for everything.
Some people want you just to stay an immigrant, you know. Some of our people want us to stay where we began at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mike, closing thoughts for Oscar, man. You want to give some advice for Oscar before we take off?
I think Oscar has to just show more love and consideration and some passion to yourself.
Thank you.
You know, and that's not selfishness.
Means a lot.
That's just your form of growth that we all need to do.
Thank you.
And don't care what no one says about you, because everything you have to realize that you earned it.
Yeah.
And I bet you this too, just like myself, you worked for everything you have, but you don't have everything you worked for. So just remember that.
I will.
All this is from your blood and sweat and tears.
Thank you. I will forever, man. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Love.
Thank you, man. A lot of love, man.
And we'll end it on that note. Everybody, you guys, thanks for watching Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm your co-host, a.k.a. Triple C, Henry Cejudo.
Mike Tyson in the house with the legend, Oscar De La Hoya.
We out.
One.